ready. Someone said didn't we do Geese one? I done Geese one with Arson Ash, but I felt like I really wanted Marko to do it. This is the only one that I felt like I really, really want Marko to do it. Like I don't know if it's because he's my brethren or whatever, but brother, his Geese is so sick. Like so sick. So I was like, nah, like yeah, we got, and plus Arson Ash don't really. But I was watching his tweet the other day. He said that Fakram's #1, which bearing in mind I did tell you lot. I thought Fakram was #1. But you ain't gonna listen it from me. You're gonna listen to it from Arson Ash. But I did tell you, I think Fakram is #1.
Fakram's stupid.
Bro, I was saying this and it was like, no, you just don't know how to fight. I said, bruv, this is the same thing as Akuma. I said Akuma was #1 in season 1. You lot was like, nope. Then all of a sudden, as soon as the top player says, it's like, oh yeah, he's #1. So, yeah, no, I really want Marko to do Geese. Reason being, on top of it as well, is that I've seen his Geese. His Geese is definitely, I would say, I think probably in Europe, I don't really think there's anyone better in terms of the actual knowledge of Geese. You know, the stuff to do. He always has some type of tech. So I think this will be another good teach me. I know Geese has been done already, but it just needs to be redone again. I mean, there's no harm in not having to teach me with Geese here. I'm not going to do... I think this is going to be the only one. Maybe there might be another one that has 2 teach me's with a character, but I think only for now, I think this will be the only one that has 2. Get Margin. I'd have to get someone else for King because Margin's really busy. So yeah, we'll get someone else for him. Yeah. All right. Without further ado, let me do the introduction again. You probably won't be able to see the screen yet, but all right, cool. Rolling. You ready? Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Rolling in 3, 2, 1. All right, 3, 2, 1. What's going on, guys? It's your boy King J. Today we are doing another Teach Me episode. I know we've done Geese before. I know that Geese was done with Arson Ash, but now we're gonna do it with ASAP Marko because I really, really believe that ASAP Marko's Geese is one of the knowledgeable Geese in Europe. He knows everything about him, and I feel like we just need to kind of like get everything down. I know Arson Ash plays him and knows the character, but I feel like he has his sights more on Safina right now, whereas Marko actually plays Geese and Steve. So, you know, Marko, welcome back again. You know,
Yo.
I know you didn't go far, but yeah, we're here again.
Long time no talk, yeah?
Yeah, long time no see. Yeah, so let's get on with it. So with the key moves, Geese don't really have anything in stance. So you know, last time we was talking about key moves and stance, key moves. You know, grabs.
Oh, like if you want to call one the stance, it's max mode.
Max mode, yeah. So we'll call the max mode the key moves in stance. So
Yeah.
if we get into, you know, the key moves, let me know what you think his key moves are in neutral, key moves in the you know, in the corner. I know we both use the character as mains. Yeah, just let me know what you think, and also take off rage as well, just so that people know exactly.
Why have I forgotten what rage is? Oh my gosh. Okay. Brain's not working. Okay, cool. So key moves, yeah. Okay, so his best move is this. I'm not even joking. His best move is this, man. You literally just walk up in people's faces and just do this, and they'll get so angry. Like
I see people do it.
Like this is even how Arslan plays them. You'll see them do one, sidestep, one, and he's got extension. Like you can do 1-1, and then like confirm it, and then do 2-2-2 or 1-2, sidestep 1-2, 1-2-3. Like it's so annoying because it recovers so fast, and like if he's being like really stupid, like he can just do stupid shit stuff with like 4-3, like oh yeah, like at the wall you could be like, oh he's jabbing me a million times and getting angry, I'm gonna press a button and he just 4-3 or down jab, like do jab down jab. Like don't forget it's +1, so that is a frame trap. Right? You can't match him out of that. That is so yeah, his jab is like probably his best move. It's so stupid. Like you can literally evolve his whole game plan just doing jab, and so obviously, you're not going to beat someone by just jabbing them to death. I mean, you're going to need things to complement that, and he's got moves like that. So he's got back 3-2, you launch 14 frame, mid, launcher. There's 14 frames. It's a knee, so they can't parry it unless it's Geese or Jin or something. So yeah, this is a good move because like if people are moving, it'll catch them moving sometimes. So like it's a good check. If it's because it's 14 frames, you can also beat buttons with it. At neutral, I don't know if you know this, Jay, yeah, but at neutral it beats jabs. So if someone's
I've been noticing that it beats jabs, but I didn't really know a way to say it. Like, is it evasion or?
Yeah, at 0, like if you're 0, like after some female while running moves, like on block, and you think they're gonna jab, you can back 3 and go under it. And
I thought
yeah,
so. I thought so.
Yeah. At 0, it beats jabs. I noticed that. So yeah, like that's also like an aspect of it. You know, you can beat jabs with it. A lot of people have found ways around him because he's been a meta character for quite a while, and I still think he is. So they've nerfed it quite a lot. So the first hit is obviously unsafe, but of course you can delay the second hit. The second hit is launch, but it's got pushback, so a lot of people don't even launch it. But I wouldn't say just do it for no reason. Hope they don't launch it. But yeah.
Was it always minus 15, like from even season 1?
Yeah, it's always been minus 15. But people just don't launch it for some reason. But people have found ways around it. You know, Geese himself can parry the second hit. Some characters can sidestep the second hit. Some people have evasive moves around second hit. Like people have found a lot of ways to beat the second hit.
Yeah.
It's about them doing it. And also you could just do this into nothing and then they can parry and then you just launch them anyway. So yeah, so this is a really good move because it's got such good hitbox, 14 frames. You can walk it to the left, so if I jab, then you walk to the left.
Walk to the left, yeah. Walk to my left or your left?
Oh, your left.
Okay. I couldn't move.
Back 3-2.
Oh, there we go.
If you keep walking, you'll go around me. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
So yeah, they've nerfed the tracking of it because in previous iterations of Geese, the second hit would hit you when you try to walk it, but now you can reliably step it to the left. Also, so that's it for his back 3-2. Another one of his good essential moves is down forward 1. So this used to be -1, but it's still like you can still use it like in the similar way because so you can just do down forward 1 and sidestep, down forward 1, sidestep the other way, sidestep 1 backdash, down forward 1. Just stand there, put down forward 1, and down forward 1. Because he's got extensions from this, and the extensions are like quite rewarding, and they're not really that risky. Like this is not that risky for what it is, and you can also delay it, and counter hit launches the second hit. So mash into the second hit. Oh wait, you're next to the wall. It's gonna ball break. It also wall break as well. So whoops. There you go. Yeah, counter hit launches. So that's like a good it's a good string. For that, like if you keep doing this to people and they get irritated, you know, like you're jabbing a lot, you're doing 1-2. This is also a good extension from his jab or 1-1, and they get irritated because they're just getting harassed, and then you do down forward 1-4.
Yeah.
You know, you're not really taking that much of a risk. It's -13, and if they get counter hit by it, it's a lot of damage. So. But I played against John Ding at Versus Fight, and I think you can actually step this if you maximum delays it.
Yeah. Hold on, do it again. Let me block it first. Yeah, there we go.
Yeah, you can. So yeah, you can step it on maximum delay. It's really hard. But yeah, he's got down for 1-1. This used to be quicker, so it used to be harder to duck and punish it, but you can duck and launch it. But the use of this is that it's actually got a use. So like this has not that great tracking. Like if I jab and go left, side step to your left.
To my left, yeah.
Yeah. Wait, whoops. Yeah, see, look, it doesn't track. So what you would use this move for is that you would do down forward 1-1 and then it starts tracking. See?
What the hell?
That's what it's used for. Yeah. It makes it track. So that's the point of the move. It makes the strings makes it track.
And I did not know that.
So yeah, that's the use of it. You would use it for that. You'd be like, oh, don't move, big man. So yeah, that's what it's for.
I didn't know. You know what I used to use down forward 1-1 for? I'd use it if I think people are gonna try and mash in between mash after down forward 1 by itself. I didn't know that the downfall 1-1 tracks. So if I know someone's gonna sidestep, because when I play against Menace, if I do jab downfall 1, he's always gonna do magic 4 to try and counter me. So now knowing this, or if he tries to sidestep, because he's a smart player, so if he tries to do that, I'm just gonna do downfall 1-1. It's just gonna get hit.
But I think you can go the other way. If I jab and you go right, because sidestep to your right after I jab. Oops, sorry.
Nah.
Oh, it does just track. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
That is mad.
Okay, cool. That's what I use it for. But then, okay, so what people are going to be doing there, because like I said earlier, back 3-2 is so strong, but you can step it to the left and you can't go to the right. So after this, step to your right. You can't step it right?
No.
So people are going to be going left against Geese because it beats his back 3, it beats his down forward 1. They're going to be going that way. So what you do to stop it, if you don't want to take the risk of doing this, because they start ducking it and launching it, you can do down forward 4. But you have to know that. So this is also a key move that I have to talk about. You don't see it often, but like if you're playing Geese, and it's so important to control your opponent's like spacing with Geese, is that if they're sidestepping to the left and you don't want to start taking this risk, you have to, because they've nerfed this, which used to go that way. It's too unsafe to just throw that out to track the step left. So what you'd use is this. So if I jab and then do down 4. Oh wait, you step to the left after I jab. Jay.
Yo.
Step to the left after I jab.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah, see, look, it tracks that way. So that's what you'd use to stop people like trying to step this. So that's what it's for. But you have to realize that at like this range, it won't track. They'll be able to step it. So like you have to take that into consideration. So like, even though this is not a move you're going to throw out all the time, it's something that I would just say to people, because like, if you're having that problem where people are stepping you left all the time, you would want to use that, because he does have homing moves that are also going to get onto later that are important, but like they're a bit slower, and you're left in worse situations than this because you can still move after this because it's like pushes back a bit on block. So
I don't really see much Geese players using this move, you know.
I use it sometimes. If people proper step in the left, like I use it against Menace because he steps left all the time.
Yeah.
So yeah, also important move. So this one got buffed in season 3, sidestep 3. They got inadvertently buffed from another move being implemented in the game. So this on counter hit is now counter hit like launched all the time. You used to be able to get a launch off of it, but it was like weird. It was like it depends on the side and the axis and the character and all this. So you used to just get that, but now you get a full combo. So it's a counter hit launcher. It is slow, but the thing is, you can implement it by, like I said earlier, annoying people with this, because they'll get irritated by this, and then you'll just keep sidestepping and jabbing and sidestepping and jabbing and doing this, and then all of a sudden you just sidestep through and they get counter hit.
That's the classic Marko, you know. That's the classic Marko. He would sidestep down forward 1, sidestep delay down forward 1, sidestep through. Yeah, the classic.
Yeah, look, that is so annoying, because like if you try mashing when I'm sidestepping, I'll start doing like sidestep backdash, and it gets really annoying because you start whiffing and then you bat 3-2 and you die. So yeah, this move is so good, and at the wall, like it's +6. So if you do this into like this, you can jab him out of it, but most people aren't going to jab after this.
Hesitation frames. I like to call them hesitation frames, because like, no one's not going to jab straight after. You're like, whoa, I just got hit.
You even seen Chikarin, I think on the grand finals or in like Tekken 2, I saw him playing knee, and he did this like 3 times, and he just ate it. Because if you press anything, you can get forward, you can just eat 2, and like there's so many things that could just kill you for just pressing a button. So you just don't want to press a button at -6 with a guy in your face, Geese in your face. So you can just start taking liberties and doing sidestep into a mid, the splat. So this at the wall is such a key move. Like this will be like your staple, like go to mix up at the wall and people wake up is this. And you can also use it in neutral, but you have to be careful in neutral when using this, because it doesn't high crush. You can get magic fall for doing this. It's like you have to complement this with his other lows that he has that I'm going to get onto later. But it's like it counter launches, so is, and it's -12, so, and it's a low, so it's just like so important to use this to implement this into your game plan. If you see Geese is not doing this, it's like, what are you doing? Like, complete man. So, yeah.
What do you think about his downfall 2? Because obviously downfall 2 used to be, I think it was -5 or something like that. It was -5 or 7, I can't remember.
It pushed back a bit on block, so you weren't in such a bad situation. But now down for 2 is -9. And they're right in your grill, so they can do a power mix-up. Of course, you can parry down for 1s at these frames, but like parrying after like blocks like this is too obvious.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people won't do that because it's Geese. So they'll just stand there or like delay their button and then you get launched. So down for 2, it's still an essential move because like if you're jabbing a lot and stuff and people start getting really irritated and like sometimes some people can crush like his not crush, evade his down forward 1 with certain moves. You would do like down forward 2 to like check it. So like if they try to like sidestep and do like King, like let's say King is trying to beat your jab with sidestep. You know that sidestep 2 thing. You do like this.
That lariat thing that he has.
Yeah. So you do this because sometimes his 4 can get like beaten by stuff. So you do down forward 2. Now it's not as good. You don't want to be doing it as liberally as you used to because of the situation after. Because they can just jab you, and there's not anything you can really do after this. Like you can't parry the jab.
Yeah.
In fact, there's actually weird tech, but I'm not going to talk about it. You can actually parry it. But
Nah, tell me.
I think because people were talking about this on Discord. If you do like the certain input with his thing, he docks for like this frame and stands up and then parries. But because he's like -9, I don't think you can do it. I'm not sure. It's like because I think it's -9. I think it's like I haven't. Yeah.
Whoa.
If you if you do half circle back hold, do a long down forward and then parry high, he like ducks for like a second and then instantly does a high parry. It's stupid. I don't get it. It's so weird. Because when I was like testing this, I remember when he first came out, everyone thought his parry was 2 frames. When I was testing it, I was doing sleeves while running 2 into jab, which is -9 into jab, which is basically 1 frame, right?
Yeah.
And sometimes I would parry it, but I think it's because if there's a weird bug where he like ducks down for like a second, so he's technically like out of
the frame.
Yeah. The parry's coming out. It's so I don't know if it's I don't know how that happens. It's like a weird, I don't know why it happens, but it happens sometimes. But I wouldn't go for it all the time because it seems like a bug, to be honest. But yeah, most of the time you can't do much about people jabbing after this. But it's still a key move because, like I said, if people keep on doing evasive sidestep moves, or sidestepping and pressing a button, and you don't want to get your 4 eaten by something because you use this for something else that I'm going to talk about later. You'd use this. So yeah, that's what it's for. But its usage just did get nerfed, but it does the same things it used to. So yeah, and also like so let's go on to his 4. This evades highs, so you can beat like Steve's like 1-2-1. You know how? So it won't counter hit jabs, but it will hit them and knock them down and send them flying or ball splat them. But it will counter hit like jab string. So if someone's like mashing a jab string and you do 4, it can go under it and counter hit launch them, and it homes.
So say for example, if you done jab 4 now and I tried to jab after the jab, would I get counted?
No, it might be it.
Oh yeah, there we go. Yeah,
wait, no. I'll jab.
Try again. Oh no.
No, it's weird. I haven't checked the exact frame situation that you need to be in, but it does like you will find a neutral. You'll do 4, and then it will be like highs. I've not tested when it actually like does that, but it's something you'll just see happen quite often, and you can actually like purposely think, oh, they might if they do a high. Like for example, if I'm here, right? And I think they're going to do a high. I have 2 options. Like if I think they're going to do a jab string and I'm here, right? I could do down 4, which I'm going to talk about in a bit, and 4. So those are your 2 options that you can beat their highs with. But yeah, this also got nerfed to -8. But it doesn't leave you like quite in their face as down 4-2 does. Because if you see on block, it kind of sucks you in. So if they do like if it's Steve and he has a down back 3-2, he could do that mix up on you, or he could like you could eat a power mix up more from being so close to them. But yeah, it's a high, so they can duck it. But it's also an important move to use in your arsenal because if you don't do it, you'll be not controlling space as much as you should be with these. So.
Standing 4, boy.
Yeah, it's good. But yeah, another important move is his down 4. This is like a really good move. Like sometimes you'll see Geese players not use down 4 for like 2 like they'll be, let's say you play a long set or something, they will not use this for ages, and then all of a sudden they'll be around where they just keep down 4ing you. Like this is kind of one of those moves where like he's got such good mids you don't want to duck him, but then this is launch on block, but it does counter launch. So like what you do it for is like a check. You just keep checking them with down 4. Like sometimes you'll just do it just to be like, oh, did you get counter hit? Or like it's a timing thing. You pick up their time and counter them. It's like I was saying earlier with Steve. It's like Geese is a timing character. So like if you time these single hit counter hit strings, counter hit moves, you'll get a lot of like reward from it. So downfall, if you time in it, if you get good downfall timing, you'll find that you get like a lot of counter launches without spending any bar. So this is why it's important to do this. Like it doesn't cost bar to get the counter launch, and also you can start mixing out with like if they start worrying about this too much, then you can open them up with other mids. And if they aren't reacting to this, then they're eating that as a mix of even though it's not. So yeah, this is an important move to use. And as I just showed earlier, his forward 1+2 is his orbital. Is an important move because it's weird because even offline, this move will hit people just moving. Like you can step it to both directions, but it randomly will just hit you from some crazy direction. And it's also just good to check people like sometimes because you know, like maybe they wanted to be, you know, smart and delay their low, or they wanted to delay their button because this is often a tactic people will do. You'll do down for a 2, right? And they'll be like, oh, he could mid parry. Let me just stand here for a second and then do my attack. Yeah. And then you could just take liberties and just do this, and it will hit them because they delayed their button and it will hit them. It's taking a big risk, but his damage output is so high that like it's okay to do that sometimes. And plus, like most of the time, if they do like a delay move and you actually get hit, you get flowed, and it's not that bad. But yeah, like this is like it's like a timing attack move that you use. Like you'll just pick up the timing and throw it out sometimes. Sometimes you'll hit them backdash, and sometimes you'll hit them with you'll beat their low, and sometimes you'll hit them sidestepping because they didn't sidestep at the right time. Yeah, and also, it's important to remember that actually some evasive lows, like Cat's full crouch down for 4, it will go under this. So it's not really reliable to use this as like a low crush against certain lows. So you need to keep that in mind. Like sometimes, but most of those lows that like evade, you'll get like a good punishment anyway from like either just blocking it, or if you're really gonna read it, just low parry it. So that's very specific situations with characters though. Like if you're gonna read Cat's full crouch down for 4, like for example, because she will go under this, you're better off just ducking it and launching it, to be honest, because he's got good punishment. So what other moves is there? There's yeah, you put Geese, but oh yeah, forward 4. This is actually pretty good. It can get stepped, but like if people are doing things like, you'll notice some people will actually do like pushback moves on block into buttons. This is a lot of things that like maybe Brian plays. He'll do the 3+4 into jab, right? You can check them with forward 4, and also this will hit people running in and like pressing buttons. And it's 9-13 now. A lot of characters will struggle to punish it, and even if they can, it's like, oh, it's not that deep in it. Like if you get hit, if they get counter hit by this, it's like you get a lot from it. Yeah. So the risk reward is decent. The big is decent, but if they're moving like sidestepping a lot and they're picking up your timing for sidestepping, I wouldn't really go to this move because you're gonna probably get stepped and get launched. So it's pretty good move to like, if you learn how to use it, it's like really good because it's like a cheap Brian 3+, like it's like a budget Brian 3+4, like a budget Jin forward 4 basically. You can also punish some moves with it, so it's pretty good.
I think the another way to use that move, well, the way how I use it would be to do like fireball, like a fireball keep out game, and then if I see that they're getting anxious and running in, is use this to keep out.
Yeah, they get irritated. But the only issue with that is that some people
will sidestep.
They're already here, right, and they don't want to advance, and then you whiff your forward 4 and then they just. Like if you're playing against Cat, for example, and you do that, like this has happened to me because I do this tactic as well. Start doing this, and then I think, oh yeah, I'm gonna do that, but then they don't do anything. They just stand there, and then they've got like they're like a Mishima, or they're like
good fist. Yep.
Yeah, you get electric, or like because they win from not doing anything in that situation. That's why
it's a bit of a risky,
risky thing to do. It's more like, yeah, I'd more like move around and then do it, like step and then do it, so that there's less chance of them stepping it.
Yeah. Or sidestep, like even like sometimes, like I know this is risky, but sometimes I'll like just sidestep, do the down for 3, sidestep, and then push it out. Like I'll do that and then You could do stuff like that. Because sometimes, even like some characters, like for example, Kazumi example, if you do this already pushed you back away. So if you do this, they can't get the down forward 1-2, if that makes sense. So like this pushes you back, and then bam, you can't get it.
Yeah, like Geese against himself, he can't really do anything about that situation. So yeah, it's a pretty good move if you learn how to place it, but there is risk to it because it's a slow move and it's linear. So you need to learn how to place it, but it's good to learn because it's a what's the word? It's a non-meter like usage counter. So if you learn, so if you learn how to place it, then it's like another move to learn it and put in your arsenal. So I think that's Geese is pretty. Oh yeah, wait, and also his lows. These are important to talk about because this is how you're going to annoy people. Because like I said, this is annoying, but like you can get mashed up for doing this. So you complement this with his other lows, like so down 2. This high crush is really fast. I think it's like 6 frames or something. So this high crush is really fast. It's minus on hit, but you can't. It's a bit confusing because I'm on the wrong side. So yeah, it is -3 on hit. But you can beat the retaliation with Jake, but it's a bit risky because you have to take the mix up afterwards. But you can step afterwards because you're -3. It's not that minus. You can backdash, or you can just do it again. It's a good low. -3. I wouldn't. It's got decent damage.
When would you use it then? Because like I was watching Khan play against Arslan, and I see him rinse that move. That move is like a move that will just annoy you because you're like, this is -14. Why is it hitting me? And then he would like start doing orbitals, and I'm like, bro, like this is actually a crazy strat, but it's actually mad sick.
Well, it's like, bear in mind it's 14 frames, so like it's his fastest low. So like, and the high crush is really fast, so it's annoying. It's really annoying, and you can't really like step it. Like if I jab and do it, like if I step like left or something. Yeah, you can't really step it, so it's like you just have to like low parry it or block it. Like it is -14, but it does make you dark. But it's at that time where you can't. It's one of the lows where you cannot fuzzy it. Like literally, if he's mixing you up with this and back 3, it's actually like a mix of. If you anticipate this and you dark or low parry and you eat back 3, they're exact same timing. So if you try to low parry that and you're gonna get back 3s or you're gonna get down forward 1, so that's when it gets really annoying. So yeah, that's what it's for, and it kind of homes. So it's really good for that. It is -14, but if someone hasn't got a 14 frame launcher, I'll just keep doing it anyway because the mids is so good. Another low he's got is a down 3. They made it -15, but with the Dragon Punch change, I understand why, because if you do this and they block the first hit, and then you do the one, they get counter hit by the 1, and then you do forward 1 and then maximum cancel, you get a full combo. That's why they made it -15, because otherwise you'd have like a -13 like string. It would just be stupid. It would literally be like
a crazy move that you can link into a launcher.
Yeah, it'd be stupid. So that's why it's -15, because you have to commit. But so you can cancel into other attacks from down 3-1, so you can go into forward 1, or you can just do repeating straight away, or you can do down 3-1, forward 1, maximum cancel, or you can do down 3-1, so back 1. This one is actually really important to learn to confirm at the ball. It's not counter hit confirmable, but if you see them do a move and you press down 3, you actually have a long time to do the quarters of the back 1. So I do this against Jay quite a lot. If you're annoying them, right, with all this stuff, and then they start doing like a jab or anything to beat it, right? Do down 3-1, and you see them press a button. Like you saw him twitch there, right? I would press quarters of back 1 doing the ball spats, and it's natural counter hit combo. So that's really good to like learn.
So it's all three of it. So all 3 of that that's all one combo.
Yeah, that's all natural.
So what would you do? You would buffer it then. You buffer it and see if you press the button.
I would do down 3-1, and then while I'm pressing it, I'll look at your character, and if I see you like twitch, because you can see counter hits in this game, like you can see when the character's done something in it. Like it's something you pick up when you just play the game. You can see the character kind of move forward, and then get disrupted. I would just do quarters of the back 1, and also if you're in the open, you can actually get like if you've got 2 bars, you can do raging storm off frames. So
say that again.
In open, you could do raging storm off frames, so you could do that.
Oh my god.
Yeah, so if that's gonna kill them, you could just do that in it. Or if they're like near a wall, you can do the double Reppuken guard. That's like big brain. Yeah, that's like amazing brain to do that. Yeah, that's usually what I use it for.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and it's down one. This is important to use as well. Like at the rules as well. This down one forward three is natural counter hit combo. This is not natural counter hit combo anymore, but sometimes you can catch people trying to dart the forward three now. Sometimes they get hit by that because they don't expect you to still be doing that. Still, so yeah. But down three forward three is natural counter hit combo. So if you're at the wall and you might think they might press something, you can also use this as an option as well as this. So yeah, it's dangerous to do jab strings against him at the wall.
I think one thing to add to that, is the down one forward one. If the forward one hits, that's count. Everything else is count. If it's counter hit, then everything is a combo.
Like if you max mode.
Yeah. So like, say for example, if I block this and I try to attack, but then I done the forward one, the rest of it is counter hit. Do you get what I'm saying? So it's not like.
So if I see you do a down one and I press a button.
Yeah, because like some people duck down will think you're doing down one forward three. That's what most players try to do. They'll try to duck against Geese thinking they'll do down one forward three. But if you do down one forward one and they get counter hit for trying to press a button or trying to duck and launch the down one forward three, then that becomes a combo as well.
So yeah, you can mix it up with that.
Yeah. And while standing one as well, this
is important. Sometimes you can just walk up to people and just do this. All of these extensions from this are like natural. So like, whoops. So if the one is counter hit, so if we just move away from the wall. So if the one is counter hit, so like let's say, okay, so this is all a combo. This is combo. So yeah, that's a combo. This is if you all standing one, it's got that.
Hey, listen, we're not trying to get a character nerfs. You can't be showing that on Teach Me, bro. You can't be showing that Teach Me. I'm joking.
So yeah, that is all. This is 13 frames, so and it'll beat like jab. So like, let's say you think they're gonna do a jab string, you could duck down and do this forward one to max mode. Spend one bar, I'm gonna do that. Or you could just do this if you're near the wall. So yeah, this is also an important move to use, I think. Obviously, there's a risk inclined to it. You can just do that if you want to be a bit more cheeky and a bit more safe. But yeah, that's an important thing. But this is one low I want to talk about. This I actually think is really important, especially now with this nerf. It's down for free. This is actually really important now, I think. I know it doesn't high crush, but it pushes back on hit. So if people press a button, you can like move and then launch them for doing it, like sidestep 2 forward 1 or backdash. Back 3. It is minus on hit. It's only -2, so but it is like if you want to kill them at the end of the round and you don't want to do something risky, like let's say you're playing Raven, right? Because she can launch this, she can launch that. This is slow, so you could get mashed out. You could just do that. Like it's 15 frames, not that slow. And then like if you think they're gonna like punish the low, you could do downward 3-4. It'll wall spat as well, or you could do follow-ups and then kill them again. So it's got follow-up, like it's got layers to this move, and also like it's only like -12. So if you block it, it's almost -13. So it's not that bad. Yeah, it's pretty good. If you're playing against characters with a 14 frame or standing, you want to kill them.
Yeah, at the end and stuff. I think that's pretty much. I think we didn't talk about back 2. I think back 2 is quite a key move against the wall.
This is good at the wall. It's linear though, but yeah, on wake up if you do like this, or you just harass them with this and then do down forward 2, or this into this, or this into whatever. Because if they press a button, is this Jay? Is this your counter? I don't know if you know if it is. So wait, try to block off it.
Try to duck.
Try to block.
Okay. Sorry, my bad. No.
So it's only this. So yeah, okay, cool. So yeah, people do stuff like this and stuff like that. If you press a button, obviously you get wall splat. So yeah, that's like, this is what it's good for, because it is only -2. I mean, it is only +2, but +2 against the wall Geese is a lot because of this. It does push back a bit, so you do have to be a bit wary. But obviously you could just jab again and then you're in their face again and +1. So yeah, it's pretty good.
Alright, cool man. So we spoke about the key moves without his EX what do we say? Without his EX mode.
Yeah, that is
Max mode, yeah. So with his max mode now, we're gonna talk about the stuff that he has in max mode. You know, there's a lot of people that play Geese and they use max mode cancel, and then they don't know what to do. They'll probably just do forward 1+2 into EX fireball, then do it again and then waste the bar. I know you're more qualified in this region of using the max mode, so yeah, let me know, man.
Yeah. So max mode, you can do this, like you'll commonly probably see this after people do back 3-2 and it gets blocked and they go into max mode. That's commonly when you're going to see it. It got better in season 3 because you can actually like launch you now. Like a lot of Geese players actually thought that in season 1 and 2 being in max mode was a debuff, so it was like you were worse in max mode because he lost back 3-2, but now it's a bit better because he got the buzzsaw launching. So if people do whiff when you're in max mode now, you could do 2.1 and then do buzzsaw. This is something I've been trying out. I've hit it up a couple of times. So like, let's say I'm in max mode and let's say I did back 3-2 right, and I side stepped and you press the button, I could actually launch you now. Whereas before, if you're in max mode, I can't max mode again, right? I can't do that into that, right? That's not a thing. Like, you're in max mode, you can't max mode cancel again. So it got a bit better, but a lot of things that you'll see Geese players do after like max mode is like this, and they'll try and mix up this, or they'll do back 3-2 with this. You can actually option select this by side step left and duck in, but you can beat that by doing downward 1-1 or like downward 4. Or just changing your timing. I'm
not gonna lie, I do the forward 1+2 because I feel like that's the most. I feel like I do that or down 4 because I feel like those two options are kind of like the most safest in my opinion because they freeze up. But I feel like I need to learn other ways to kind of like open up people, even if I just let go of the back 3-2 and they block it, if that makes sense.
Yeah, and some people jab because they know that you're gonna do down 4, and if they single jab, they're not gonna get counter hit, and if you do the forward 1+2, you get flows. So it's like they don't lose much from just jabbing. That's what some people do. They just jab.
Yeah.
Of course, you can do something wild like this. I've seen GM do this. He's done that into that and just parried it. But
damn.
Yeah, you can also work in max mode now. That's why I said the buzzsaw thing was such a good change because you can still like do this and then jab, and then you're playing Geese game. Then if they do this, you've still got a launch, right? So. You can still work in max mode. Obviously, he's not in max mode for that long, but max mode is better at the wall, I think, because when you're in max mode, he's got this, and this is like hella good. Like it's +1, so you can trap this into this, and that's an actual counter combo. So, yeah, you could do like we said earlier in the mental frames, because people know this is +1, and then you can like do this or just do this again, and that's a trap.
You know, I've been using that. I'm not gonna lie. I remember you done it to me, and I was like, "Oh, remember I said to you, oh, is that plus?" And you're like, "Yeah." Like I was like, and I do that double repu Ken, and then I do the down 1 double repu Ken, and but I swear that I feel like I've got 95% rate on it hitting.
Yeah, everyone eats that. So yeah, you could do that. So yeah, you got that option. You can also, I think, have not told me this one. I think this one's natural panic. So wait, try block after.
Okay. Wait, do it one more time.
Like mash, like yeah. Wait, I'll keep charging it.
So me to.
Yeah.
What do you want me to? What do you want me to do? Get hit by the first jab?
Yeah, get hit by the first jab.
Yeah,
That's naturally do that. But the thing about this is, and I think Loyal High's done this. You can actually parry this on reaction.
Parry this on reaction, yeah.
This one, you can parry this on reaction. Like because he's in max mode, you'll see him flash
blue, yeah.
The Jaken, and you can actually parry mid Jaken. So what Steve players will do is like Steve, for example, is good against this because he can just hold back. You'll see him flash and shout Jaken, and then you'll parry the second hit because the high you can't parry the second hit with the high, right?
Yeah.
But, the mid you can. So
okay,
yeah. So yeah. Wait, parry the second hit, or just do it to me. I'll do it. It's probably hard with this.
I don't think. Oh, Geese can, yeah.
Yeah, but it's just online, so I can't.
Probably because we've got latency as well.
Yeah, it's hard with Geese because of the input. Try it one more time. It's not the. It's something like that. Yeah. Do it
No.
again. Yeah, I can't do it on this.
Yeah, it's a bit hard. Try one more time to me.
It's hard with Geese because
Yeah, I couldn't do
you
it.
can parry. It's easy to show with Steve, but you can parry. So that's something you can be wary of. Like if you're playing, if you find yourself in pools playing against low high and you do this and it's playing Steve, he's probably going to parry you. So yeah, that's something to think about. So but that's an option in that's an option that you could also use. It's also like wait, what is this on block? Is it -1 or 0?
-2.
-2.
Yeah,
Yeah, okay. So it's not plus, but this afterwards at the wall will beat down forward 1. So -2 is not that bad. So what else? In max mode, he's also got a wall bounce. This now, yeah. So you'll see this commonly like after combos, especially if people with punish with 2 forward 1, they'll do this if they're like near a wall, and then you'll get a wall bounce and then get a wall combo. So yeah, that's what he gains because the normal one does just knocks down. It just does that, but the EX version it will bounce.
You know, one thing I want to talk about with that. Does he get Raging Storm after that one? The normal one.
You can count. Wait, the normal one. Yeah, he does. You can do this.
Like,
Yeah, you get Raging Storm.
oh man, I didn't know if it was or not because it doesn't say it's a combo, but
Yeah, but if you had the meter, you just do like this. No? You just do that. Even in open, you just do that. It just does more damage.
yeah. But if I had two so if I had 2 bars, yeah, imagine because like obviously Geese gets bar quite slow. If I had 2 bars and I did that now, and I said, all right, cool, boom, I've hit that, and then I do Raging Storm. Yeah, that.
No,
I know what you're saying.
If you had 2 bars, like let's say you had 1 bar, right, and the 2 forward 1 gave you 2, you would just do that because it's going to give you more damage.
Yeah.
Use this bar, you'll have another bar left over, so you don't have to use it. Unless you're just being lazy and you just want to kill them.
That's true. Yeah, I feel like there's not really much use. That obviously, I would use Raging Storm if I've got them to the wall and I want a big damage and I want that comeback factor. That's the only time I'll use it. But for now, I don't really use it as how I used it in season 1.
Well, you do that. That's nothing you can use it for. That's a 10 frame punish.
You're trying to get my character nerf, Marko.
What do you mean? Or that? Or that's or this? Oh, whoops. Yeah, that's a 10 frame. What's that? You can do that, but that's like only worth it is going to kill them. So.
That is mad, dog. I can't even lie. But yeah, no. So, all right. So his maximum stuff. We haven't spoke about his instant air fireball. I think that's another thing we need to talk about because that move is ridiculously good.
His instant air fireball. In like 2D games. Oh my gosh, I can't do it on this. You do it by like doing down. Or you can do it different. I do it different just to help the time, and I do like natural like Tekken motion, but you can just do down, forward, back, up, back, and then you just hold up, back, and press 1+2, and he'll do
down, forward, back, up, back.
Like this. That's the shortest notation you need. You only look at my input. That's all you need. Down, back, that back, up, forward.
Yeah. That's what I do. Yeah, you had me confused. When you said down, forward, down, back, I was like, what?
Yeah, that's the shortest. That's the shortest notation. The lower he is to the ground when you do it, the quicker your recovery will be, and the more plus it'll be on block, and more plus it'll be on hit. Yeah, so in crazy situations, if like you're here, right, and they get hit by it, you can actually do like rage art, and it will combo, or you can do like orbital, and it will combo.
Yeah.
But it's like almost all the time you get jabs. So if you're at the wall, you could like wall splat. So it's good at the wall, and it will beat lows. So if someone lows you, you could do that and then wall splat. You're living your best life. From a TK fireball. So that's what I would go for at the wall because I wouldn't want to mess with like trying to go for like 2 forward 1 or something because it will be hard in a match to confirm when it's more plus or when you just messed it up a bit. But it's almost always +10 anyway. So if you're next to the wall, I would just go for the jab. That's why you always see me go for the jab when I get an instant air fireball. So yeah, that's why I would just do the jab because you just guarantee the wall splat. But yeah, that's how it works. You can also have weird tech tracks where, like, on block, you can actually tech track as Rage Roll, but I think they're a bit too difficult to use practically. But it's also, like, pretty important to learn, I think. And also, you'll see some players use this because they just want to burn their max mode.
Yeah.
This is what Arslan does. You've probably seen Arslan, like, he'll do back 3-2 max mode and then just get rid of it straight away. So.
You know what? You know what he told me. The reason why he done it. He didn't say this in Teach Me. You know, he doesn't burn it. Basically, what he does, yeah, is that when he goes into max mode, he's trying to counter you for you running in. If you run and you get hit by the fireball, he'll do orbital. Yeah, I didn't know that until when he told me. I was like, oh snap! So if you run into the fireball, you get hit. He'll just do orbital because it counts as a combo, which is mad. It's actually mad.
If it, at tip range, you'll be plus a lot, and then you just get hit by it.
Yeah, that's hella broken, bro. But I mean, a lot of characters have stuff that's broken in the game, so I ain't complaining.
But yeah, you can also cancel his TK, his air fireball from forward on +2. That's like a common one you can see. But it's only +4 in that situation. So like you'll also often see people do things like this, down 4 or something, because they think you're going to jab string them. It's not a bad option to just jab because when he's in max mode, can't really launch you for doing that. Like, just jab you out of it himself or downward one for you. So yeah, that's also like a common Geese thing that you'll see is like this. That's like an often you'll see quite often.
That's jokes. That's something I would do. That's something I actually would do. But that's what I'm saying. Like in maximum cancel, I'm trying to like do more different things with the character, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So like I know we haven't gone through it, but I feel like quarter circle back 2-4 and quarter circle back 2 quarter circle back 2-3, quarter circle back 2-4.
Oh yeah, in max mode when it's got this. Yeah. This isn't also like a mix-up, well, quote-unquote mix-up, that a lot of people have found a way around because, like I said, Geese is a meta character, so people have found ways to counter this. I mean, if someone's not dealing with this, like, there's the universal way to deal with it is that you quickly, like, you duck later on in the frames and, like, later on in the string, and then you'll block the mid and then block the low because the low is slower than the mid. So then what you'll do is you'll delay your duck at a certain time, and it's called a fuzzy duck because you'll block the mid because the mid and the low are at different timings, and you'll time your duck so you block mid and then block the low.
Yeah.
But and to be honest, this is like a good check because you get 3 points of chip damage. If someone is actually guessing, then like sometimes you can just do the mid and then they'll just shuffle and just fucking get hit by the mid. So that's why it's like good to just do the mid sometimes all the time. Then sometimes you can just screw their mind and check if they're actually fuzzying it and do the low. But of course it's launch and it's not that much damage anymore. So sometimes it's good to just do the low, especially if you've got rounds to maybe give away in a long set, just to see if they're actually fuzzying it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, no, that makes sense.
In a tournament, if I'm playing someone good, I might not do this, but like you never know. Fuzzies, like knowing to fuzzy it and doing it is a different thing. So like maybe sometimes it's good to actually just do the low, like sometimes. But it's not something that I'd say rely on all the time. But you can, especially in pools, right? I'm saying if you're going to be a professional Geese player and you're in pools, and you know someone just doesn't know Geese, then yeah, just go ahead and just do this. They're not going to know about it. They're just going to get eaten anyway. But it's not something you do in high level because people have found ways around it. There's also character specific things that they can do, like Haran can do Flamingo Step and launch you.
Yeah. I mean, I guess that's the key moves with Geese sorted out. So what I want to do is I want to probably move on to grabs to see if he has any Okies or anything like that from his grabs. I know the back 1+2 is the infamous one where you could do the low grab and stuff like that. But does he get any Oki off of his normal grabs?
This one, no, I don't think so. But this one is actually like, you probably know this, but if they're like near the wall, like, wait, stand like here, you get Raging Storm. think it should count as combo. It's like weird, so I wouldn't really call it like super practical. It splats and then you get a raging storm. Oh, it's a bit hard though. Like it's kind of tight and it's like weird. Yeah, it's like it's not practical really, but yeah, that's like the only time you can get something off of this grab. Normally it's just like you just grab them and then the situation resets and that's kind of it. Yeah, but that's the only thing off of this grab. Really. Let me try to see if I can get it to demonstrate. It's kind of hard to pull forwards a bit. Nice two forwards. Yeah, it's kind of too hard to like practically even think about, to be honest. But there you go, done it.
That looks proper situational though.
Yeah, it is so situational. Like you could easily just do your Raging Storm and they get up and block it and then you're like,
what the hell type of thing?
You're dead because it's minus 19. So yeah, that's like the only thing. Of course he's got, you know, his back 1+2. You know, you get the classic down 1+2 afterwards, or you get another grab. So yeah. So or you get the other ground throw, or you get. Or you get that. I swear I've seen people do this, but I don't know how it works. But there's apparently not.
Yeah, no, you do. I've seen it, but I don't understand it though.
Yeah, you can just do raging stuff. But yeah, I've seen people do
double replicate, down kick, down replicate, down kick. Yeah, I don't know how it works though.
Yeah, because every time I tried it, you can just tech it. I don't know if there's like some
sidestep type. Yeah.
It's character specific. But yeah, off of his stand-up thing, you don't really get OG, but like if you stand still and people mash KO kicks, you can usually just like but usually people hold back, so you just run up and hit them. But it's good to know that if let me dash block, do the mid kick,
Oh, okay, I'm digging.
They're in a situation where this is like launch, but this won't reach. But you go back 3-2.
Yeah.
How honest is it? I'm pretty sure it's you can launch them doing that. But you do have to like dash. That's like if they keep doing it, I guess you could, but it might miss sometimes. But it's good to remember that if you like dash and then stand still, you can back 3-2, they get up kick, and do the low. I think the low is like minus. Yeah, it's minus 13. So yeah, that's like something important to remember. I guess. So yeah, that's good to know in that situation.
And then no, that's cool. All right, well, we're on to the.
On health. Most people don't do get out kicks in that situation. That's low on health, but they're just mashing a lot.
Yeah. All right, so that's the grabs done. Last but not least, we're gonna talk about how do you fight against Geese. Now, I hope Real Menace or no one like that's in there because this is the stuff that's gonna tell you how to fight against him and the certain little tips and stuff like that. So yeah, let me know your tips on how to fight against Geese.
Okay, so if you're playing a character with a universal parry, like Jin, after 2 parry beats everything he has. After forward 1, so like a lot of his strings, right? Like the situation after forward run is like Geese is trying to get out of this situation without dying if you're blocking it, right? So he has like Reppuken, which is I didn't do that. Is minus 12. So like you need to punish that. This is like minus a lot, but sometimes you will even see Chickering do this.
I don't know why.
Make sure because it's got push. What does that keep happening? He's got pushback, so you can actually like most of the time like Geese himself can do 4-2, but like he'll do it to test if you're actually going to punish it. Because a lot of people won't punish it. Even I do it sometimes. Like I just do this, I'm like, you're probably not going to punish a big man, so I just do it.
You can't. Yeah. It seems like it's so hard to punish it. But I'm mashing it. as well.
Dude, maybe he can't. So yeah, it might be safe against some characters. So yeah, like this is like, if you know they're not punishing it, that's like an option that Geese has that he could maybe use against you. But for the other options, like if he's doing this and then trying to mix it up with Ken, you can actually beat this, like all these options, by doing when he does, after he does forward one, what you do is you do an instant or stand move, then hold back, and you'll beat this, you'll interrupt this, and then you'll block that. So if you do it to me, Jay, do like mix up 2 forward 1, pause, go back 2, or like Ken. Yeah, I'll do it. Oh, it's a bit hard on energy.
Yeah, it's probably because of the latency, but I know what you mean though.
Yeah. And I'm not that good at it either, to be honest. Yeah, there you go. Oops. Yeah, there you go. Look, I'm doing it.
You can see the character just about flinch. It's mad.
Yeah, there you go. That's how you beat that. So, like, if someone's in max mode, you know, some people go in max mode.
Yeah.
And then you start panicking because they start doing strings, and you think, oh, I don't want to eat. I don't want to have to try fuzzy this because they might actually just be crazy and just do the load. So, if you just knock them out of it, you don't have to deal with that really. Okay,
so then what about like? Is there any other things? I think that kind of covers a lot of Geese though. A lot of Geese stuff.
No, that's not do anything.
Okay.
To counter Geese. To also counter Geese, like I said earlier, you want to be stepping back 3-2 left. So like if you read back 3-2, like if you don't ever step Geese left, he doesn't have to like stop doing this and stop doing this, and changing his timing. So like yeah, you need to step left. So like for example, if I'm doing, it's lagging a bit.
Oh, hold on. There we go.
So yeah, if he's doing like a lot of jabs and back 3, down forward 1, you can beat that stuff by like, if he's doing it with linear timing, like he's changing his timing, you can walk left and beat him and kill him. So then that like changes the mind game that, you know, he has to stop doing this, stop doing that, delaying his buttons. So yeah, you need to step left and beat that stuff. And also like single jab against Geese is pretty good. So like after situations like after this, if you single jab, unless he does that weird glitchy high parry, he can't really like he can't really do much guy. Like he can't parry it, he can't duck and launch you. So yeah, like single jab, and like this is important to remember about single jab, right? Geese doesn't have a lot of like things that are heavily plus. Like doesn't really, apart from TK Fireball, he doesn't have anything that's like +9. So he can't frame trap you into this or frame trap you into that, unless he's doing side step 3 or he's doing TK Fireball, right? So if you're just single jabbing after certain things, he can't down for you and like kill you. I mean, the most he can do is like maybe beat it with this randomly or like sidestep and launch you.
Yeah.
Yeah, like single jab is a decent option because you're not gonna counter from that, and you're gonna float this, and it will just be annoying for the Geese to deal with really if he's not in because he can't mid parry. He can't mid parry either. And also against Geese, it's important to remember that if like a lot of Geeses will do things like wake up mid parry or do linear timing into mid parry. So you always need to launch, like you need to kill him for doing parries, otherwise he's going to take libbies and keep doing it. Like if I play someone and I know I can just keep mid parrying, it's like, oh, I'll kill you if you get mid parried, and you're not going to kill me for mid parrying. So you need to kill him for this. Like that's what I'd say is a thing, good thing, and to learn how to limit his options offensively, because don't let the Geese take libbies and learn his strings. Like don't let a Geese start just doing this to you and just never duck Jaken or things like that. Like you need to. He's a good character. He's very hard to fight, but these are the things like you need to learn the matchup, because a lot of people can just get cheesed out by like just stupid things, you know, and like duck things like this, like kill him. Maximize your punishment against 2Ds, because they like this is just 2D general 2D advice is you need to maximize your punishment because they do so much damage that you need to kill them for whenever they do something. Because if you don't kill them, then they'll just end up deleting you in one combo and all can have a good time. Then you go on Twitter and write some things saying you hate 2Ds, etc., etc. Because you died from one combo when it does 2 in 1. And you won't have a bad time. We didn't really talk about 2-1 because it's not a key move, it's like a punisher, isn't it? I didn't really talk about it, but It's ridiculous in season 3, innit?
I mean, you could talk about it if you want to. You know, wrapping it up, you can.
Yeah. So like, you know, I was talking about earlier, like jabbing and then sidestepping and backdashing and just doing jab, and moving around because his sidestepping is like really good and his movement's actually really, really good. You can just do things like this, just move around and move to your character's weak side. So if I'm playing against these, I'll just do jab, slice it left, slice it 3, jab, left. And then he back 3. He gets annoyed and I'm jabbing him and he back 3-2s right. I step left and then I kill him with 2 forward 1 right. And in season 3, this got a buff because Geese used to have this issue where his damage in the open wasn't very good.
Yeah.
But now with this, if someone whiffs and you get 2 forward 1, it's like you get all of this. Like, wait, it's 4 forward. And it's got a good low hitbox, so if someone whiffs like anything, you don't have to think about it. You can just do it. Like it doesn't matter if it's a low where they're ducking down, or like if it's a low where they're ducking down, or if they do like an evasive. Like you know, some moves like Jin's up 4, right? He's like ducking down a bit. It doesn't matter with this move. It's a mid, a special mid, so it's got a big hitbox. He only spent 1 bar and he got like 100 damage. So like he got like a lot more well-rounded in season 3, I think. So it's important to like learn where to play this because if you're just jabbing and sidestep, doing that for one sidestep, and you're not really taking much risk. Yeah. So if you're just building bar and you're managing your bar, and then they whiff and they do 2 forward 1, even in the open they're eating loads of damage. And this is another thing I was talking about. Like you need to learn his combos. Obviously, we're not going through combos in this like teach me thing. But with Geese, if you don't maximize your wall carry, because wall carry is flipping ridiculous, he can carry you from like violent distance from one wall to the other. If you do dash jabs and stuff, like you need to learn how to do dash jabs after screw attacks, into Tekken. Like you can learn how to do, if you learn how to do all these things, right? Like maximize your combos, and then you learn how to do Deadly Rave also, which is it's not that hard to learn, but it's quite easy to drop online. If you learn how to do his rage drive, second rage drive, right? So if I put rage, wait, move forwards, let me do it. Yeah, this one. How it works is it's got less damage scaling than natural one. So like if you do it after an extended combo and then you do it like the last hit, I don't know if I think it goes back to like 60% scaling, so it does like a lot of damage. So if you do like a long combo and then do Deadly Rave rather than Rashomon, it'll do a lot of damage. So like if let's say you do 2 forward 1 and then you get them to the wall and then you do like whoops, dropped it. In most cases, this is lagging. Yeah, so in most cases, like if you get them to the wall, let's imagine this is like a combo and then you do Deadly Rave. It'll do a lot of damage because of the scaling on the last hit. Yeah, see, look, the last hit is unscaled, so it resets the scaling. That's why it does so much damage after long extended combos. Obviously, you have to take into account how much health you have left, because if you have less health, then Rashomon's going to do maybe more damage because the Rashomon will do more. It scales with his health, but yeah, it's important to learn your combos with Geese, and they're not that hard, like they're not complicated to learn, but because he's got such good hitboxes, but there's like more about just getting the muscle memory to do. So I think that's everything I can explain with Geese because it's kind of straightforward.
When it comes to the dash jabs, what's your advice for people that are trying to learn dash jabs? Because I feel like that's more an advanced thing, in my opinion. Cause
learning dash jabs, okay. So when you learn dash jabs, right, like you have to learn that it only works after. It's more consistent after a certain amount of hits, right? So if you launch and then you do, walk forwards. If you launch and then do 4 hits, that's when it's most consistent. That's why you see me still do this combo, right? If you do this into this, like getting the whoops, I did the wrong PP.
Oh, you want me to get to the wall?
No, I just wanted to show them. So like, you have to think about the amount of hits, because if I do this and then the dash jab, you get less dash jabs, so you get maybe less carry, and then also in some characters it's way harder and it's less consistent. So like, I would like if you want to do a dash jab combo, I'd do this combo and then run and then do it. But the trick you need to do to like learn this is after back 4-4, you need to learn how to run as soon as possible. Otherwise, you're going to struggle to get the big up. That's why I just find the timing and I'll match forward 3 times, so he starts running, And then to not get forward 3, you mash forward, and then you mash forward, let go when he's near them, and then press 1. And then you do forward 1. And you have to remember not to hold forward. You have to do forward, let go 1 like this. In this tempo. If you do like other characters where you do like this, because players, if you play like, for example, King, right, you do a dash jab like this. That's how you do it. But he has a forward one, so you can't do that. You have to like learn how to the tempo of doing like this.
Like forward, stop 1, forward, stop 1, forward.
Yeah, or stop like this.
Yeah.
Like even like just go in practice mode and just do this for a bit, and then do it in a combo, and then find that you'll probably be more consistent with it. But yeah, like it's really important to learn that because especially with his 2 forward 1 now, that he can get so much carry going to the wall, and it's so scary at the wall that you really need to like, learn how to do it, otherwise you're missing out on so much damage.
Damn. All of that Geese knowledge, man. This is why I got you to do this one. This is probably going to be the only one that, you know, I've got 2 people to do the one character, and I'm pretty happy that I was confident in getting you on this one because there's a lot of information that I've learned and absorbed from this one. So thank you very much for coming on, man. Again, hit them with your social medias, man.
Alright, so my Twitter is ASAPMarko with no spaces. My Twitch is ASAPMarko with no spaces. And YouTube, ASAP space Marko. Quite easy to find and everything, so if you just want to find me on anything like those 3 platforms, it's just ASAP Marko. Come on. Cool.
Thank you very much for that, man. Go hit him up, man. He's definitely, I'd say, the strongest Geese in the UK, for sure. EU, I'd think so as well. Just needs to travel a bit more, but yeah, his Geese is ridiculous. He has all the knowledge. Running 1.
It's easy to forget moves. Yeah, yes.
What do you think about that move?
It's good, like, you know when you're just, like, playing, when both people are moving around and all this, and you're kind of playing away games, you just snipe with, like, bang, like this.
Yeah.
But you have to be really careful not to do that. Otherwise, you just get launched, and you'll just be crying, because this is, like, minus a million. Even Steve can launch it. You'll just be like, oh, crap, I just did a minus 17 move when I'm meant to do my mid-ride. But it's good, like, even at the wall, like, let's say, you know, a lot of people, when you're, like, let's say this range, right, you're at the wall like this, right, but a lot of people try to step, and if you do it, and boom, wall splay, and it's safe. So it's, like, great to throw it out, but I wouldn't, if you can do it instantly without messing it up, then all hats off to you, but, like, there's obviously that risk of doing that.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's really good. If he didn't have that forward one, he'd probably be better, to be honest, but it's like the move, the existence of this move nerfs it, but yeah, it's good. Like, you need to add that to your arsenal as well, especially like even infinite stages. It's just good to hit people and knock them down and stuff.
Yeah.
So it's a good move.
Can't
believe I forgot that move.
Nah, don't worry about it, man. It's cool, man. Bro, thank you very much, man. And that's the end of today's Teach Me episode. Hope you lot enjoyed it. Go and give him a follow. Go support him. And yeah, make sure you lot, if you lot like this video, subscribe and let me know who you lot want as the next Teach Me character for the episode. Take it easy, everyone. Peace.